Hello everyone and welcome back to Fun with Flags. Imagine a country so huge that it stretches across 11 time zones, a land of frozen Siberian forests, colorful onion domes, powerful history, world-famous literature and some of the coldest places on earth. Welcome to Russia. Today's video, we'll be exploring the fascinating story of Russia, from how it became the largest country in the world, to its breathtaking nature, rich history, incredible art and literature, unique cuisine, powerful industries, and even some surprising facts that you never knew. So let's now discover the mysteries and wonders of Russia. Russia, officially known as the Russian Federation, is the largest country on Earth. It covers more than 17 million square kilometers and spans across both Europe and Asia. Its capital city is Moscow, a massive global city known for its architecture, political power, and vibrant culture. Russia is home to over 140 million people and hundreds of ethnic groups and languages. While Russian is the official language, the country is incredibly diverse in culture and traditions. The nation is famous for its cold winters, powerful military history, classical music, ballet, literature, and space achievements. And despite its reputation, Russia is far more diverse than many people imagine. How did Russia become the largest country in the world? This is a question that many people have in their mind. Well, Russia did not become massive overnight. Centuries ago, Russia became a small medieval state centered around cities like Moscow. Over time, rulers expanded their territory through exploration, trade, wars, and settlement. One major turning point came during the rule of the Russian Tsars. Russian explorers moved eastward across Siberia, discovering vast forests, rivers, and resources. Because much of Siberia was sparsely populated, Russia expanded rapidly across northern Asia. By the 17th century, Russian explorers had reached the Pacific Ocean. Later, the Russian Empire continued growing by absorbing nearby territories and regions. Eventually, Russia became so large that it stretched from Eastern Europe all the way to the Pacific coast near Japan and Alaska. In fact, Russia even once owned Alaska before selling it to the United States in 1867, thus contributing to its enormous landmass. Now we'll be talking about its nature and landscape. Russia's landscapes are incredibly diverse. The country contains frozen tundras, endless forests, huge mountain ranges, volcanoes, grasslands, and beautiful lakes. One of Russia's such nature wonders is Lake Baikal, the deepest freshwater lake on Earth. In fact, it hosts around 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater. Siberia, the giant region covering much of northern Asia, is known for its harsh winters and vast wilderness. Russia is also home to amazing wildlife, including brown bears, wolves, foxes, Siberian tigers, and reindeer. Now we'll be talking about the history of Russia. Russia has one of the most dramatic histories in the world. Its early roots trace back to a medieval state known as the Kievan Rus, which emerged more than 1,000 years ago. Over centuries, Moscow grew in power and became the center of Russian influence. Russia was ruled by emperors known as Tsars for hundreds of years. One famous ruler was Peter the Great, who modernized Russia and transformed it into a major European power. Another was Catherine the Great, who expanded Russian territory and culture. In the 1917, the Russian Revolution changed everything. The monarchy collapsed, and the Soviet Union was eventually formed under communist rule. During the World War II, the Soviet Union played a major role in defeating Nazi Germany, but suffered enormous losses. And after decades as a global superpower during the Cold War, the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, leading to the modern Russian Federation that we know today. Culture and tradition. Well, arts and literature also form a big part of Russia. Russia has made enormous contributions to global art, music, and literature. Russian ballet is world famous, especially performances from the legendary Bolshoi Ballet. Russian composers like the Pyotr Tchaikovsky created timeless music still performed around the world today. Russia also produced some of history's greatest writers. Russian art often reflects emotion, struggle, beauty and the complexity of human life. Even today, Russian culture continues influencing literature, theatre, music and cinema worldwide. Now we'll be talking about its economy and industry. Russia is one of the world's largest economies, driven heavily by natural resources. The country is rich in oil, natural gas, coal, metals and minerals. Russia is one of the world's leading energy producers and exports large amounts of oil and gas to many countries. The nation is also strong in its aerospace sector, defense, engineering, mining and agriculture. One of Russia's most famous transportation systems is the Trans-Siberian Railway, one of the longest railway lines along Earth, stretching across country for thousands of kilometers. Despite economic challenges and international sanctions in recent years, Russia remains an important player in global industry. Now we'll be talking about the Russian cuisine. Russian cuisine is warm, hearty, and heavily influenced by the country's cold climate. One famous dish is the borscht, a colorful beet soup often served with sour cream. Another favorite is pelmeni, which are meat-filled dumplings commonly eaten across Russia. Blini is another type of dish which is basically thin pancakes often served with jam, honey, or caviar, which are also very popular. There are also some fun and surprising facts that you may want to know. Here are some fun facts about Russia. Russia has more forests than any other country on Earth. Well, this is partially due to its enormous landmass. The Moscow metro is famous for looking like an underground palace. Russia spans across 11 time zones. And the coldest inhabited place on Earth is located also in Russia. And do you also know that Russians were also pioneers in space exploration? In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. And perhaps most surprisingly, despite its icy image, Russia experiences all four seasons and even has subtropical beaches in some southern regions. Now that we have come to the end of the video, it is time to summarize Russia. Well, Russia is a country of extremes: extreme size, extreme weather, deep history, and incredible cultural influence. From the frozen wilderness of Siberia to the grand streets of Moscow, Russia remains as one of the most fascinating nations on Earth. If you enjoyed this journey to Russia, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment which country you'd like to explore next. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode of Fun with Lex.